basic cold start procedure on the FA-18C at Dubai International Airport. We are fully painted for the air show, and I don't know whether this is realistic, but you cannot turn any of the screens on, including communication, until you spool the engine, so we cannot get a permission from ATC. So we're going to right shift P, get rid of the pilot, so we can just see what we're doing a little bit easier. And you can left click down there if you need to do that. So battery, right click, on. APU, auxiliary power unit, right click, on. Wait for that to fully spool up and get a green ready light. And we're ready. Right click the engine crank, and we're going to do shift and home once we've reached 20% here, and that will start the igniters on the engine and light the right engine. Whilst that's spooling up, we can turn on our DDIs. Right click to day mode, turn the brightness up there, turn the brightness up here, and that's our right engine spooled up. I'm going to go down to the bleed air.
Roll up. Flight controls. Flight controls.
That's the flight control system booting up. So we're going to go down to the bleed air. Right click, 360 degrees. That will let us engine crank left click with a right alt home. Once this is at 20% again. We're going to switch our INS align to ground so that can start aligning whilst we're waiting for the engine to spool up. We're going to turn our radar to operable OPR. Just turn the lights up on our consoles. Little bit of floodlighting, but I don't like too much. We're going to look around and turn on our OBOGS oxygen system with a right click. Make sure that flow is up to full before we go ahead and close the canopy. Hold left click. Make it a little bit quieter in the cockpit. And we can look down here, turn on our RWR. This button there. Okay. Go ahead and uncage this with a scroll down, and then we're going to scroll up to our wings are level on the backup ADI. Auxiliary power unit automatically switches off. Engines are idle. We're going to go ahead and go into the FCS page. And we're going to look just down to our right. There's a switch there, which is the Y key, Yankee. We're going to hold that down and press FCS to do our FCS test. And if we look out at our control surfaces, we can see them moving. And the other side. When that completes this test, we'll get audible tone. We'll switch the dispensers to on, which is our countermeasures. I'm going to go ahead and switch the ECM to standby to warm it up. I'm going to arm the seat. I'm going to check our INS align. When that's aligned, we can go ahead and switch this to nav. We're going to put our flaps to half, which is normal takeoff. We're going to put our landing lights on. We're going to take off the emergency brake, left click. We are going to put the hook bypass to field with a right click because we are not landing on a carrier. We're going to go to menu. We're going to put the checklist on the left, and we're going to put the FCS system on the right. We're going to clear these FCS with a reset. All clear. Caution lights all off. We're going to test the cautions. Left click hold.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
And that's the end of that test. Already unfolded. If we needed to fold the wings, we would scroll. Left click to fold, right click to unfold. Takeoff trim. Press once. We are set to 12 degrees. With this weight here, I'm going to increase that to 14 with elevator trim. We're going to put a hook down. We're going to put a hook back up. We're going to contact tower on comms 1, so we're going to go to communication 1, scroll to number 1, 251.050, which is Dubai International.
Pontiac 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Pontiac 1-1, clear to taxi to runway 30, path 2.
Brake pressure looks good. Going to move forward and pull the brakes. Excellent. Nose wheel steering's on. For extra nose wheel steering, we can hold down